I don't think there's any danger of him throwing it short here.
Oh, it's flat. It's got pace on it. Oh, that looked like a head injury, nasty one. When you know it's bad when the players.
Well, it's a brave header. He's absolutely committed to the head. Very animated.
That will go out for a corner. Into the path of Darwish. That falls for
good closing down. Very good closing down. Not giving them any space. Not giving them.
I love it.
What a weapon that is.
That has caused problems again.
You can just see the confusion it causes. And into the box, then you've got to use that as a set piece.
But it's also so flat, it just makes it hard in pace as well.
Very difficult.
Going forward here from Ode. Decent ball in, Khalid. Flip that across, the flag had got... Whereas Palestine seem to have started to get to grips with this. As I say that, that's not a bad effort at all from Saad. And there's another long run up here.
If it's any longer, he's going to have to be let back in the stadium, I think.
Oh, it's a good throw, isn't it? They're all over the place, Palestine, in dealing with those. And again, they've repelled another attack. But here come Palestine again. Through ball here, Khalid. Can he finish? Well, would you believe it? Against the run of play, Palestine have taken the lead. A sucker punch here for Bangladesh. And it was a man we looked at earlier, Khalid Saleem, who gets the opening goal.
Well, we just mentioned the idea about defensive transition. They did very well off a set piece earlier, but giving the ball away and then a very quick break. Just kept onside, I think, there. And a cool finish.
Great ball in for Mohammad Darwish. And that's got to sting, doesn't it, for Bangladesh after all the good work?
It's a sore one, but when you're playing against teams of a higher level, you know, it's got to be concentration through 90, 92. Predictable, but you still have to try and stop it. You know, when you can throw a ball like that, anyone there it is.
Oh, they've taken advantage. What a chance that was at the back post. And Jamie Day can't believe it. Neither can we. Topu Barman has to put that in, surely.
And this is exactly what we talk about with that delivery. This isn't even an attacker that gets a touch to it. The defender tries to clear it, knocks it on. And that's a miss he'll be thinking about tonight for sure.
That was a gaping goal, wasn't it? Topu Barman.
The threats that Palestine carry. Up until this point, it's been very, very...
Oh, it was a good turn. The shot just dragged wide by the skipper, Sameh. He knows. He probably could have done better with that.
Talking there, held my breath as that was... Thought that was going in the bottom corner there.
That kind of rolled the clock back a bit, didn't it? Old school centre-forward type of play.
It's probably the first time that I don't think the Premier League's helping us.
No. Saad gets something on it. He's a big man. Dribbling around a bit.
And well to keep his body in the way.
He was waiting for that, wasn't he?
Come on, number 10. You're a captain, you're better than that.
Not as much of a run-up on this side of the pitch. But look at the pace of the ball. Saad got a little touch. Couldn't quite flick it on. And that brings us to the end of this first half. A half in which Bangladesh really took the game to their... Yeah, we're going to have the second half get underway with the hosts. And yeah, I mean, just like I said, I saw the last time...
with the greatest of respect to the tournament, it's a friendly tournament. It's an area where, as a national team coach, you can try up against good opposition.
Oh, he's done it again. Palestine have done it again, rather. And it is their second goal through Led Khoroub. And that, again, has got to hurt for Bangladesh. Did they just switch off at that moment? 2-0 just before the hour mark. And it's the only real chance they've had in the second half.
2-on-3, everybody watching the big man. Little striker nips in behind, good first touch, controls a difficult ball, and then a clinical finish in the corner. Doesn't lash at it, doesn't put his laces on the ball, just guides it into the corner. Smart finish.
Together. Let's see if that happens. Here's another throw. That's going right towards the keeper. Just wouldn't sit with it for Mamadou. He's got a yellow card now. Here's Mamadou.
And how can you affect the game? What have you got left in your pocket that can change the game in our favour? You know, maybe just a little substitution, a little bit more energy, a little bit of impact.
Well, here's a man who can make an impact. Khaled.
Clever ball.
Well, he was looking around. No sympathy from any of the officials. He thought he had a shout for a penalty.
Has a little look over his shoulder, waits for the defender to come. Kind of summed up their day a little bit at the minute. Defensively very good. Lots of promise, lots of positives, but it's his way in.
Bit of hesitation between defender and goalkeeper, and Khalid forcing it. There he is again, the number 19, Rebal. Oh, will he make a scoring introduction? Entering the final minute of this match. Dawood here, he's done well, Dawood. It's still done with the nutmeg.
Great feet.
Oh, that would have been an awesome goal. Well, this could be the last opportunity of the game, and
let's skip over that.
Less said about that.
Let's not talk about that one.
And there we have it, the final whistle here. Palestine have won the very first game of the Bنغاباندو Gold Cup 2020. Goals coming from Khalid Salim in the first half. That was despite very good play from Bangladesh. And the story continued into the second, and Khorob got the late Khorob rather got the final goal, and in the end relatively comfortable the last 20 minutes or so, Simon.
Yeah, comfortable from Palestine. An experienced team, slowing the game down at opportunities, keeping the ball, not threatening a huge amount, but not giving the ball away, more importantly. Making Bangladesh chase them, sitting that little bit deeper, not to allow the space in behind, just a classic away performance, taking opportunities when they come and then slowing the game down.
Looking at the forlorn face there of Jamal Bouyan. How do you pick up a team now? Because they know they've played pretty well, maybe a little bit toothless in the